you've been recently feeling uninspired and unmotivated on your weight loss journey, you are honestly not alone. I really hope you find this video useful and it will help inspire you to continue on your health and wellness journey. Good morning everybody, welcome back to my channel. So we've got another what I eat another day on Slimming World to lose weight. Today's edition is getting your mojo back. If you watch my recent videos, you'll know my mojo had gone for the last few weeks, and yes, we are back on it and we've had a reflection weekend and we're raring to go. So that's what we are doing today. Now this morning I decided to completely strip out all my wardrobe, get all the clothes out. I had one of those moments where I was like, I can't find anything. So I did it, and then like it's now instant regret. I'm like halfway through it and there's clothes everywhere and I'm like, I can't deal with this. So I've left it. Yeah, we'll go back to that later and tackle it later, but I'm hungry now, so we're gonna have breakfast. This morning's breakfast I prepped yesterday, so this is it here. So I've got 50 grams of bran flakes. I'll show you which ones I use. 100 grams of skyr fat-free yogurt, which is protein, and then a teaspoon of chia seeds, which is less than 1 cent, and then top that with the raspberries, which are a speed food. The one that I use is this high bran. The reason I chose this, I was kind of looking at the nutrition in some of them, and this had 16 grams of fibre per 40 grams I think, whereas the other one only had 10 grams of fibre. So this is a lot higher in fibre, hence the high bran. But yeah, so keep an eye on that. So, you know, fibre helps things move things along, so you know, it's great for your breakfast journey. So yeah, you can have 50 grams of this, which is a big portion, so I probably could have halved this, but I used it anyway. So yeah, 50 grams is your healthy extra big, and this is breakfast this morning. So I am just about to take the kids to the park. So yeah, I'm just gonna make myself a quick protein shake to take with me. So 2 sins per scoop, so I'm just gonna do 2 scoops, so 4 sins. Add 200 milliliters of skimmed milk. You can have 350 as your healthy extra B. I boiled myself a couple of boiled eggs this morning, and I've just had one of them, so that's free in protein, just because if I don't have a bit of something before it's like 11 o'clock, so it's not quite dinner time, I know I'm going to be tempted, because we'll probably go to the shop because I've got a few bits to pick up. I know I'm going to be tempted to like pick something up to eat while I'm out. So I'm going to get the kids sun cream on because it's a lovely day again today. Yeah, and we're going to nip out, so I will catch you later. So these are the Singapore noodles that I batch cooked. So the noodles are a free food. The stir fry veg is all speed food, and I've added some extra mushrooms and onions in that as well. And then chicken is protein, topped with a boiled egg, which is also protein. The Singapore noodle mixture is half a sin for the amount that I've used for this portion. Oh, so it is, what's the time? It's 2 o'clock. I'm just doing half eat some toast as a little snack. So yeah, what's been going on? Have I had anything else to eat? No, I haven't. I did have to do a voiceover for dinner because Harper was napping, but this is what I used in it. So I prepped my dinners and things like I told you earlier. I did that last night. So I did a big, so I did 4 portions of this. So I think it's 2.5, no, I think it's 1.5 for a full one, and it's half a sin for a quarter of it. So, and honestly, it tastes amazing. I'm getting a little bit peckish, but what I'm trying to do is when I feel like I'm hungry, I'm just making myself a juice and just having a glass of juice first, and then just kind of figuring out whether I'm hungry or whether I'm thirsty. So having that, leaving it for a minute, and then deciding whether I actually do need anything else to eat or if I was just thirsty. So yeah, I am feeling really positive this week. We've been out, we've been to the park, and the kids have had ice cream. I didn't get one, so that's a really good start to the week. I think I may have to change my weigh-in this week because we've got birthday celebrations for the next couple of weeks for, well, next few weeks with Harper and Henry and going away and things like that. So I may have to do a Wednesday going forward for a while. Yeah, so obviously it's not going to give me a full week this week, but I think we'll still go just so we can go on the scale. So I just know I won't be able to go on Saturday, so I think we'll still go this Wednesday, go on the scales, see what they're saying. Yeah, I'm not too concerned about what they're saying on there, as long as I'm feeling good with what I'm eating and feeling good within myself. That's all that matters. So in here we've got, these are the tomatoes that Henry has grown himself. So he planted the seeds, watered them, and he picked some yesterday. So these are the tomatoes that he grown himself. Very proud of him. He doesn't like them because he's fussy and won't eat hardly any vegetables. Are they custard fruit? I don't know. But yeah, so I will catch you later. So we're in the garden now. It is a lovely day today. I feel like we've finally got some nice summer weather. So I have diet lemonade, which is sin free, and I've just put some lemon in there as well, and I'm going to sit with the kids while they're playing and enjoy this. It'd be nice with a little bit of wine in as well, but one, it's Sind, and two, it's only Monday daytime, so yeah, that would be the greatest thing to do, would it? I'm looking a bit all over the place at the minute because I've just bathed the kids, and I had in my head what I was doing tonight for tea, and I even cooked my potatoes and mashed them all, so it was going to be the most simplest tea tonight. Realised I haven't got the main thing. After all that prep, and haven't got the main thing. Well, I'm sure I had it, but I don't know where it is. I was going to do like a sort of like chicken pie, so it was like a tinned chicken in the white creamy sauce, which is quite high sin, but when you divide it by like 4, it's not too bad. I can't find it anywhere. So it was literally going to be shove it in, put the potato over the top, put it in the oven, Bob's your uncle. But that's not the case, and I want to use that potato up. I can't use it in the microwave because my microwave didn't turn up. It was meant to come yesterday. They said they delivered it. It's not here. That's another story. So we're going to improvise. We're going to try and make our own sort of sauce for it. So I'm going to use some premium lean ham I've got in the cupboard, which is free in protein. I'm going to use some of the fat-free yogurt. I haven't got any quark, so I'm going to use fat-free yogurt. I don't think I've got quark. I'll have a check. And then I'm going to do some seasoning, some stock. Yeah, we'll do it together, see how it turns out. Fingers crossed. But it is going to mean this is sin-free as well, whereas the one would have had sins in it. So let's just see how it goes. So this is it just before I dish up. As you can see, I added the cheese on. Looks absolutely delicious. So all dished up now, and it smells delicious. I will let you know how it tastes. Obviously it's a new recipe, but may be disgusting to some, but I've added beans. I just thought beans and mashed potatoes just like the best thing ever. So yeah, using healthy extra A, well, just half of a healthy extra A. Free protein, yeah, no sins for tonight's tea. So it is the evening now, just because I've got editing and things to do tonight, so I know this is going to keep me full and I'm not going to want to come downstairs and snack on things. So let me show you what I'm making. So I'm going to have 100 grams, maybe less than 100 grams, let's have a look. Probably don't need 100 grams. So let's go for around about 70 grams of fat-free yogurt, which is free in protein. I'm going to add a tiny bit of squash just to add a little bit of flavour. And then we're going to just sprinkle on a few chia seeds, not a lot, just a quick sprinkle. A bit of speed food. I'm going to add a plum. And so for 10 grams, it works out about 38 calories. So that'll be 2 sins. So obviously it's extremely light, so we should still be able to get a little bit for that. This is tonight's snack, which is 2 sins. So it is the next day now, so I'm going to have a quick chat on what sins we ended with yesterday, and then we're going to talk about how I managed to get my mojo back after a few weeks off plan and just feeling uninspired and unmotivated. So firstly, let's talk about the food. So breakfast is a new firm favourite of mine. Keeps you full of protein, full of fibre. Fabulous breakfast to have. Lunch was the noodles, the Singapore noodles. Again, gorgeous. Had that again for my lunch today, and I wasn't bored of it, and I've got it again tomorrow. So it's a good job I'm not bored of it, and it's a good job it tastes really nice. So just half a sin for a portion of that. And then snack, we had protein powder, which was 4 sins, and then tea was sin free, and then we had a snack with the meringue, which was 2 sins, the yogurt and the fruit. So we ended on 7.5 sins, so a really good day on plan. It was the first time in a while where I actually felt really satisfied with everything that I had. Like, I went to bed feeling not full and bloated, but not feeling hungry, just feeling like a really, yeah, just feeling good. I will let you know quickly what calories and protein I ended with. What I have been doing is, because I mentioned in my last video that I tried calorie counting for a few days and I found it made things a little bit worse for me. I know everybody's completely different, but weighing everything, and then I was going to bed and I was hungry, then I was overeating. So I'm really trying not to concentrate on calories. So what I do, but I still like to know what protein I'm having. So what I've been doing is I don't track my calories throughout the day, because I don't want to get in that mindset. So in the evening I will just, because obviously to find out your protein you need to track what you're having, so in the evening I will just go through and I'll pop everything in MyFitnessPal and then just have a look at my protein for the day and my fibre for the day. So I don't concentrate on the calories. That's how I kind of manage to keep myself like mentally still in the zone and not sort of like worrying about the calorie side of it. So yesterday, calories wise, I had 1,655 calories, but the reason I felt so satisfied is because I had 143 grams of protein and my goal is 119 grams, so hit it and more yesterday. And I had 39 grams of fibre and my goal is 30 grams of fibre. So yeah, I think that's why I felt really satisfied. So I know I was eating the right sort of food yesterday, and it just knows that I'm on track and I am consuming the food that I know is going to make me full, and I know that's going to keep me on plan. So that's how yesterday went. Getting the old mojo back. So like I said, as you know, I had a few weeks off plan and I just really struggled to get back on plan, and I knew I had to do something about it, otherwise I would just continue doing it. And you know what it's like, it just snowballs, doesn't it? You have 1 week turns into 2 weeks, turns into a month, turns into a year, you know what it's like, and I didn't want it to be that case. So at the weekend I really had to think what I needed to do, and I knew I needed to prep more, but I cannot stress this enough. It is all, I've said this before, it's 90% in your mind, and you have got to be in the zone. You can prep, you can do everything they tell you to do, but if I hadn't mentally got there as well, even if I prepped, I wouldn't have chose that food. If I didn't want to do it and if I wasn't in that headspace, I still wouldn't have turned to that food. So I really had to, I think you just really have to look at the reasons why you're on this weight loss journey. Know that it's not going to be easy, because sometimes you can see on the internet it all looks so easy and people have this delicious food all the time and they stop on plan and they lose all this weight, and then you look at yourself and you're like, why can't I do it? What am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? I can tell you now, everybody has these times where they feel like they want to give up, they don't want to do it, but you do not fail until you give up. Even if you have a bad week, you've not failed. It's just an obstacle. It is just a challenge. It's just something to overcome to make you stronger. I'm quite an analytic person, so you have to analyze your actions and how you can improve it. So for me, I'm an emotional eater, so I have to look at what my triggers are, what I can put in place. So when I get to that stage, I know that I've got something in place, and mine is, you know, done working late, kids are kicking off, I'm going to order a pizza. If I've got microwave meals, which are on plan, I can just shove one of them in, and I've not got to cook. I've just got to have that convenience there. So I'm not turning for the takeaway, I'm turning for something convenient, but I'm turning for something convenient which is still going to be on plan as well. And yeah, you just have to learn to be kind to yourself and understand that you will have these weeks, things will happen, but you just have to then wipe the slate clean and carry on, and it's the next day. But prepping has really definitely helped me this week. So I prepped breakfast, lunch for 3 days, and then I prepped tea for 1 day, but then I've cooked tea tonight. But I've kind of like, we had like a little roast tonight, so when I had a minute in the day, I then prepped my potatoes, so I knew that I wouldn't get to 5 o'clock, kids be crying, and then I decided to put it all on. So when I've got a minute throughout the day, I'm just kind of finding time to put these things in place. Earlier today, I was like, I've got a minute, I'm going to put a couple of boiled eggs in, kept them in, cooled them down, put them in the fridge, and then when I got to the afternoon, I felt a bit peckish and I turned to the eggs. Something else which I have started introducing, I know people say it all the time, but drinking more water, but everything's a habit. It really, you are creatures of habits, aren't we, like they say, and if you make it a habit and make it part of your routine. So what I've now started to do is in the morning, before I have a coffee, before I have anything to eat, have a glass of water. I don't fill up my big thingy anymore because I'm finding that actually isn't keeping me motivated. So I'm getting in a routine of certain times in the day to make sure I have a drink. So first thing in the morning, I have a drink. I'm having a squash with every meal. I'm drinking before meals. If I'm feeling like I'm hungry, I'm actually having a squash first, seeing whether it's hunger or whether I'm just a bit dehydrated, and that has really been helping me, and I feel like it's flushing a lot out as well because I'm getting up about 2 or 3 times in the night. Yeah, so without even realising I'm drinking more water, I'm doing it, and it's not feeling like a big task because it's just becoming part of like my routine now, just to go and have a cup of water, a cup of juice, whatever you prefer. So yeah, it's just switching a couple of things up in your routine. I've also stopped concentrating so much on working out, exercising and things like that. I know it's really important and I know it's a big part of it, but for me, because I was in that stage of really struggling to stop on plan, I needed to concentrate on the nutrition side of it first and just make sure that I felt comfortable being on plan, still getting my steps in, still making sure I'm active, but not putting so much pressure thinking I've got to do 3 workouts, I've got to do 4 workouts a week. When I feel ready to start introducing, when I've got a bit more time, I will then start introducing it into my daily routine. But at the minute, I'm not putting pressure on myself to make sure I'm hitting those goals as well. I'm just concentrating on what I'm eating at the minute and just making sure I'm comfortable with that. So I'm hoping this little chat may help you if you are struggling on your journey. Now I need your advice. So I'm going through a bit of a what do I call it, a bit of a identity crisis. I don't know if that's the right word, but if any of you are mums, or you've got small kids, your kids are growing up, or whatever, or it might not even be that, it might be other things in your life where your self-care seems to take a backseat, and I kind of feel like that's where I am at the minute, like not even wanting to do my hair, not wanting to put makeup on. I haven't put makeup on for days, and it's not a big thing, but it's something that I actually used to really enjoy doing, and I've got out of the habit of doing it. So I think we need a bit of a mummy makeover. That's my plan. So the first thing for the mummy makeover is going to be the hair. So I haven't, my hair's up at the minute. I'm also going to show you something else in a second. So what can we do with the hair? Shall we go lighter? Shall we go auburn? What are your thoughts? I feel like it's too dark for me at the minute, and I have my hair up all the time because when it's down I feel like it's too dark for my complexion. So yeah, I feel like we need to have a bit of mummy makeover. I feel, and I think a part of it is my weight. I don't like to be vain, but it is. I can't fit any of my clothes. I don't feel nice in any of my clothes. And yeah, I feel like we just need to have a bit of me time, a bit of self-care, and a bit of mummy makeover. So I would have popped pictures on the screen of my inspiration. So let me know your thoughts. Which one do you think I should go for? What I am going to try today is, I had these lovely hair extensions sent from Irresistible Me. You could get the thick part here and actually add a ponytail. Oh, that'd be quite a good idea, wouldn't it? So if you've got like short hair and you want like a luscious, you could go for something like this. Look, you see, my makeover without even going to the salon. How good's that? I do have a code if you are interested in any hair extensions or a wig, whatever takes your fancy. So if that is something that takes your fancy, I'll pop their website and my code in the description below. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I will catch you in the next one. Take care everybody, bye bye.